Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentlemen podcast for May 31st, Monday. I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag, Tyler Sunt,
Hello.
and we have all day Eric Deshane in the house.
What's up?
How's you boys doing today?
Feeling
Wonderful.
good?
Just wonderful.
Great. Right on. Well, it is Monday. Ask us anything time, as always, here. And a little bit short on the questions this week, so like I always say almost every podcast now, if you have a question for us, head over to our Facebook page, ask us a question. Takes you
Anything.
30 seconds,
Yeah.
and you'll be immortalized on the internet forever,
Yeah. Exactly. Let's do it.
or until our channel gets shut down by copyright
Yeah.
strikes or something. and
Until
then
the
it's
strikes
gone.
with us eventually, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We say the wrong word one time and oopsies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yep. Right on. Well, first off here we have Cameron. He asks, after Army of the Dead, I'm in the mood for some more zombie flicks. What are your Mount Rushmore zombie movies? He says, bring the thunder, Tyler.
Yes.
Mhm.
My favorite subgenre of all
Yeah.
time. It's a tough one to pick just for, honestly, because
I had two nailed down. The other two I had trouble finding, but I got my four though too. So
Did
I know
ya?
I'm sure we all the same two as well. I'm almost positive, not maybe three,
Mm.
but yeah. Because
is it Army of the Dead? No, I'm just kidding.
No, we got more to like about that one. Me and Scott have some stuff to say about that movie. Yeah. No, mine's simple. 28 Days Later. Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like the funny ones too. So I have Zombieland on there and Shaun of the Dead.
Nice.
Yeah, so I like
Solid.
yeah, solid. Like Shaun of the Dead especially is probably one of my favorite movies. That the whole Edgar Wright and Sean Penn.
Simon Pegg?
Simon Pegg. Yeah,
Yeah.
like their combo together just
And Nick
genius.
Frost.
I love it. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are pretty good. So you like the comedy?
I like I mean,
Comedy
it's a funny
zombie
concept, right? Like you have, like that was my one pet peeve with Army of the Dead. It's like, yeah, it's a fun idea, and the execution was kind of subpar. That's why Zombieland and Shaun of the Dead. It's like, yeah, they have fun with the whole zombie thing for once. It's not so dramatic and heavy-handed. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead, Tyler.
I was gonna say, these four were the ones that were stuck in my head.
Mhm.
I actually had to look up. I had to Google which zombie movies were my favorite because there's so many that I've seen, and I was surprised to see a lot of the ones that were in the top 10. But I really liked Dawn of the Dead. Obviously, the remake by Zack Snyder is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely way better than Army of the Dead. But I liked Army of the Dead just because it was something fun to watch. Then 28 Weeks Later, I thought was better than 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later was good. It was really good.
I never saw
But 28 Weeks Later made everything that was good about 28 Days Later and expanded on it and added more action, less talking.
I never did see that one, so maybe that's if I
Yeah.
would have saw that, maybe they'd be different. But I never did see that.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me,
It's
it
the
seemed
best
like
Hawkeye movie out of the whole franchise of Marvel movies.
fair enough.
But and Train to Busan is that one just stuck with me forever after I watched it. I thought that was one of the best ones I've seen. And it was perfectly crafted, very good character driven show. And Zombieland was freaking hilarious. And it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
And the second one I had no use for at all. That was stupid,
the first one
but,
was such a breath of fresh air. It's like, yeah,
It was.
it's fun and yeah, a little scary sometimes, but it's still
Yep.
a blast to watch. Yeah. So.
Oh, and the soundtrack was awesome too. Like just all the guitar riffs and stuff, and it was just kind of whatever. And just having like someone that's got so much OCD in a world like that is just it was awesome. And then having somebody like Woody Harrelson to counteract that, that was a perfect character-driven movie.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Very, very good movie.
Yeah, I mean, I share 3 out of the 4 with Eric. Dawn of the Dead by Zack Snyder, Zombieland, of course, Shaun of the Dead, and I had trouble coming up with the 4th one because like I haven't seen like 28 Days Later, and I've like the other zombie movies I have seen, like World War Z or Army of the Dead, like I wouldn't put up there. So I don't know if this one technically counts, but I put I Am Legend on there.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, it counts.
Okay,
it counts. I'll say it does. Yeah, for sure, because it's a virus turns people into like these zombie vampire-ish things.
These ghouls, whatever they are.
Yeah, and you get bit, you turn into one. It's the same idea.
Same concept.
Yeah.
So that's a great choice.
That one was good too. Yeah. The alternate ending really was weird. I thought the original ending was perfectly fine. Why? Yeah, awesome sacrifice at the end, then we alternate where he's having survived. Like, well, that's kind of
Mhm.
okay, but the original one was way better, way more
Mhm.
dramatic.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
weird.
Mm.
Butterfly on
Yeah,
a glass thing.
yeah, it's a butterfly. Yep.
This girl's got a tramp stamp. You got her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nicole asks, "Did you ever know a girl who was obsessed with horses?" And then I also add on to here, "Why do girls like horses so much?"
I have. I mean, I live on a farm, so I have nieces who are horse
Mm-hmm.
people, but they're not fanatics though.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. No one comes to mind as like a super horse. Not a girl, anyways. I know lots of guys who cowboy and who rodeo, but
Mm-hmm.
not too many girls that I know. Unfortunately, no. So no one comes to mind.
That's weird. That one kind of strikes a nerve with me. My one girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, was a horse girl.
Mhm.
She's bonkers. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
horse girls are a whole different,
Yeah, they
a
are.
whole different. Yeah, there's something. Yeah. No, I don't know why. I don't know why. There's just
Mhm.
if you're a guy listening and you meet a girl that likes horses, get out, get out,
Yeah.
get out immediately.
Interesting. So yeah,
I will
like, why
not
do you think?
expand on that.
Yeah, why do you think girls like horses? Because if you think about,
It's
if you're a 4 or 5 year old girl, what do you want for your birthday? I want a pony. That's like
Mhm.
pretty generic answer. But like, I've
True.
never heard of a guy go like, maybe like a farm kid might be like, I want a horse, but like,
Yeah, that kind of comes with like if when you're on a farm and you farm, you're just going to learn to ride and you have your own horse
Mhm.
eventually, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
that just comes with the part of working on the farm more or less. Yeah. So like yeah,
Yeah.
I never ridden. I still had a horse. Like I never rode, and that's Sandy. That's my horse, but I never rode her. Someone else always did. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't
Mhm.
see the fascination with it, honestly.
Nor I. No, not me either. No, we used to go for a trip to the mountains, ride horses. I got a custom saddle made, used it a few times, but I just don't. Riding a horse does not appeal to me at all. Just yeah.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
A quad. I
Yeah.
prefer a quad.
Yeah.
Or a dog sled being pulled by an animal.
God.
Not riding on top of an animal. That'd
Let
be
an animal
interesting.
pull you. Yeah, well, wagons are fine too for that. But yeah,
Yeah.
just no.
So,
I never
if they
tried.
get
I don't
bored
know
of
that was
you,
yeah.
yeah, they're not gonna
I have
fucking
trust
toss you
issues
off.
that way too. It's like, yeah, if I'm 5 feet off the ground, if she decides to go, I'm gone, right? So yeah, shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just me being chicken shit, really. But yeah, still.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
rode one once when I was a kid and I got bucked off. I was really young when it happened and never went on it since.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
Mhm.
pretty jaded.
Yeah, no, and
One time happens one time. All horses are bad. Sorry.
Yep.
and I have a brother who rodeos, and I have a dad who breeds horses. So it's like, yeah, should I kind of have to be involved in it, I guess? But yeah, crap.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. Horses are beautiful animals,
Mhm. They're
but
cool, but yeah, just not for me.
they're not. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't see any other appeal.
Nope.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Mhm.
Nicole also asks, is there something that always makes you cry?
Something that always makes me cry.
Like
To
a
go
scene from
there.
a movie that if you like, no matter how many times you watch it, you always cry.
We talked about it before, I'm sure, but I know the scene from Avatar
Yeah.
with Zuko and Uncle Iroh at the end. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it, every time.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was gonna be
that's
my
one.
answer.
That's one. That's one I can think of right top of my head. It's like, yeah, every time it's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. The end of Gladiator when he
Oh, yeah.
dies and then he sees his family as he's passing away.
Mhm.
And then the lady's just like, it's like super cheesy now, but like it still hits you pretty good. It's just like,
Yeah.
ooh. It's like, go to them. It's like, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
That
that's a
gets
good
you every
one.
time.
Yeah.
But the one that actually, yeah, every time that I've noticed consistently the same amount of sadness is the end of Forrest Gump. I don't care what anybody says. That's fucking
Oh, yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
When he has to take care of his son and
Mhm.
Jenny dies, he finally gets the girl, but she has like AIDS or something.
AIDS,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, you bitch.
I know.
He's
Oh,
such a nice, genuine guy. You fucking
I got
bitch.
so many things to say about the movie. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
just
And
yeah,
then he ends up having a kid and he goes to the tree and where
yeah.
gravestone is there and says, I packed his lunchbox and sent him off to school. And I'm just like, oh, Forrest. Oh. I just want to give him a big hug. Such a good movie.
And
Yep.
that's a really great movie.
What a sad ending. Such
Mhm.
a good movie, though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is he like me? It's like, oh. One can only hope, Forrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last one here from Nicole. She asks, "Have you ever felt culture shock?" Culture shock.
Culture shock.
I might
Uh,
need a.
I have a story.
mhm.
So yeah, I went on, like I said, I went on a Greece trip to Greece in high school there, and it was just kind of fine. But there was one part of the tour that actually brought us to a city in Turkey, actually,
Mhm.
and going there, like going through the markets, was like
Yeah.
very, very like aggressive sellers and stuff like that. Like it's like, oh, come in my shop. Like they like actually come like out on the street and like grab you by like your shirt and it's like, oh, come, like I got a sweater that's gonna like fit you and looks great, and like, you know,
Yeah.
we're all like young, you know, high school kids or grade 12 and stuff. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, well, some guy gets pulled in. It's like, well, we don't want to just leave him in there, so we all like have to go in the shop. And I remember like some person like puts like on this like, I don't know, some fancy looking sweater or hoodie that's like, I'm sure it's probably a knockoff of something, some brand.
Yeah.
And then like all my friends like, hey, that's actually a really nice hoodie or whatever. And he's like, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. It's like, well, how much is it? It's like for you, 30 euros or something like that. It's like, okay, well, at that point, like I think I ran out of cash at that point. I was like, well, I
Yeah.
have my debit card, like I can maybe pay with this. And they're like, oh, and then like they brought me to a different store because they didn't have a debit machine, I guess.
Oh my
And
god.
they're like, okay,
Oh.
can you do it here? And then like, of course, I didn't tell my bank or anything, like, because I was only supposed to bring cash or whatever. That was my
Mhm.
spending money, so I didn't like tell my
Yeah.
bank that. I was like, hey, you know, unlock my card. I'll be in this part of the world or something like that for X amount of days. And then they're like, so of course it goes to process, and it's like, nope. It's like being used in Turkey. What? Definitely
Yeah.
not. And then
Right.
so like I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know what happens. It's not gonna go through. And he's like, oh, 25 euros, 25 euros. Then I'm like, no, it's not like a thing of like I don't have the money. Like it's just that it's not gonna go through because it's like, okay, 20 euros. It's like I can't buy it. And it was just like, yeah, it was just so crazy. Like, and that, and
Yeah.
like the whole haggling thing of
That.
even in Greece too, where it's like nothing has a set price. It's like if you go in there and if you're paying the sticker price, it's like, huh, they probably like scammed you or something
Mhm.
like that. It's like you definitely should be haggling, but for me, it's like,
Right.
I don't know, pay the sticker price because I'm not used to that. So
I'm the
Right.
same way. Yeah.
I'm the
I
same
can't
way
haggle.
too.
No.
And yet we deal with people that come and haggle with us every day.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Ooh.
We think we learned, but no, it's just
No,
yeah.
definitely
Mhm.
don't. No.
I mean,
Um.
one thing of
Yeah.
culture shock that I can recommend, I recommend, I can remember is probably when I went into Brazil and just seeing that like that's the slums area, the favelas, and everything else. There's that different lifestyle and how it is like literally a block over from a uh 20-story 5-star condo,
Mm.
like just right there. Like your neighbor, your block neighbor is a third world country and like the new age. It was just weird to see that, right? But that's normal over there. So
Mm.
yeah, it was just a weird experience to notice that for the first time. But that's the way it is over there. So, yeah.
I never really had much of a
Mhm.
culture shock myself. I guess there's a different kind of hospitality, I guess. Like when I went to Nashville,
Mhm.
all the restaurants and hotel staff and just like how friendly everybody is and
Mm-hmm.
very religious.
Mhm.
Like going into a restaurant, you see families, they're all like praying and before they eat
Mm.
and everything and very public about it. I'm just
Mhm.
like,
Wow.
In the
Yeah.
South.
yeah, yeah, from the
Yeah.
South, y'all come back now. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I was
because
just kind of like, oh, that's
That's it.
different,
No.
right? Very friendly, very
Mhm.
hospitable, and
mm-hmm.
just warm.
Southern
Yeah.
And
hospitality, you know.
yeah,
Mhm.
Southern hospitality. That was just kind of strange for me. Just like
Definitely.
super super nice people.
Mm. It's not
Yeah.
like from what I've heard, like New York is or something like that, where they're very cold and
Oh
just like
yeah,
order your
yeah.
shit,
When
grab your shit, and get out.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. I remember that when you were talking about the market when you went to that market in Turkey or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Times Square and the people that are on the street selling stuff like watches and
Mhm.
necklaces and sunglasses and stuff like that too, like pulling you aside and whatever, like right in your face and stuff. It's like, okay, whoa, man, like don't touch me, like back away, right? Like, and and people like shoving and going around. Like if you don't go with the flow of traffic of walking, I'm just like, I could never go back there again. It was too much, too many people. Like I'm definitely an extrovert, but that was just, too many people in one very small space. Yeah, no thanks. Very aggressive sales. Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah.
No thanks.
This brings up like another story of me like in Athens. There was like this older lady who was trying to sell like bed sheets or something like that. And like, me and my cousin Garrett, we went there and we got back to like our meeting area early because we weren't gonna spend any more money shopping. So we just sat on a bench because we're tired of standing and walking. And so this like just sitting ducks for this old lady now. She could just come right up to us and she like tries telling us like about all this sheets and it's got like good thread count and she's like actually pulling like the threads out of the sheets. Like, well, obviously it's not that great if you're pulling it out of there.
No shit.
Right. And then I was like kept saying no. I think at one point I actually like I touched the sheet, which was a bad idea because then all of a sudden that like gives her like a little bit of extra like, oh, you might be interested or whatever. But even like no, I kept like shutting her down. Like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, but she kept pushing. Eventually, I just like got up and walked away. And then like Garrett also walked away. We like kind of split up, and then we met up like a little bit down the block. But then we get to the whole group meets together in that same spot. So I'm like standing there, and then she like comes up to me again. I'm like, no, and I just
get away from me.
Right, like I'm not buying your stupid sheet. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that irritates me so much, man. Oh, that irritates me. Vendor street sellers are so pushy. Like, well, even at Canadian Tire, like the past couple of days, I went there a couple of times this weekend, and there's guys out there like, hey, how's it going, buddy? And I'm like, good. I'm like, how come you guys are standing out here? You guys closed or something? No, man, we're open until 8. I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, hey, so I got this problem. I'm like, oh, I see what's going on. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested whatsoever. And I just went inside and then walked out. I'm like, nope, don't need any wax on my headlights or whatever the fuck you guys are doing here. I'm good. Thanks. Wax on my headlights. Like, get out of here.
Yeah,
no thanks.
Interesting. Well, this one is pretty broad here, but what is something that just gets you really, really annoyed?
Oh, God. What doesn't get me annoyed?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler has his fit with slow traffic, and he just loses his mind.
Oh, yeah, people are going fucking 25 kilometers an hour on Main Street in a 50 kilometer an hour zone.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I'm just so passionate about that. Like, get off the road, get your license revoked, and, like, just be done with it. Just find somebody that knows how to drive properly. Like, I don't know what it is, what it is about St. Paul, like, and then the difference between St. Paul and Lloydminster, like, in St. Paul, everybody's just fucking Sunday driving, going 20. Like, just, what are you doing? Do I have to rear end you to wake you up? Like, what are you doing? Get off the fucking road, man. Stop. Pull over, get out, and just walk.
Here in town, too, one of my pet peeves, too, is people on their phones still driving. Like, not, like, just looking at their phones, like, still on their phones while driving and everything else. Like, that's the last thing you should be freaking doing. Put that phone away. I see that all the time here. And I'm so sick of seeing that. Like, no wonder those tickets are expensive because you're not learning a freaking lesson. So put that phone down.
Exactly. And another thing that really frustrates me is that every intersection is apparently a 4-way stop for everybody. So I stop and I'm waiting for the through traffic to go through and they stop and they start waving. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get out of my truck and I'm going to fucking beat the shit out of you. What the fuck are you doing? Do you see a stop sign anywhere here? Do you see one? Get your fucking eyes checked or get your license revoked. I swear to God.
Yeah.
And it's almost like every day or every second day that I'm going home for lunch or whether I'm going home after. It's like, it's at least once every 2 days that somebody does that at the same fucking intersections, man. I get so mad. And it's like, I don't even know why I'm getting mad. Now I just sit there and I'm just like staring at them and they're waving. Yeah, go ahead. I'm like, if I go ahead, I'm going to freaking plow right into the side of your truck, man. I swear to God. Get out of the fucking intersection. Just go, man. Go. Get out the rule book, the handbook, the basic intersections. Yeah. Holy man.
They don't. No.
Traffic. Yeah, I'm a lunatic.
Yeah.
Poor Carly, man. And then Leia will be sitting in the back seat, and she'll be like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay," because I won't realize like I'm just rambling on. But Carly, she just ignores me because I just the whole time I'm in town, and once I get on the highway, then it's good and we can have a conversation. But when I'm driving in town, I'm constantly just like frustrated the whole time. And then Leia's like, "It's okay, it's okay." It's like, yeah, it is okay. There's really nothing. There's no reason to lose my mind. I'll just go around them, just go to the other lane and go past them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though they should be in the slow lane, but you know, they're fucking stupid. So here's me expecting too much from people, I guess.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get into sneezing yet, but that's fine. We'll leave it at that.
Oh,
What?
I mean, I don't know if like sneezing did like I don't care about sneezing, but that did like bring up with people chewing with their mouth open. Like
Oh yeah.
if you're chewing with your mouth open, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's the worst.
Yeah,
especially if they're like make like lip smacking too. It's like, oh fuck, man! I'm gonna stand up and sucker punch you in the back of the head.
Boy, learn some manners.
Smack their jaw shut for them. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Brutal.
It is brutal. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot of things. Fact.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's human nature.
We can make a. You know what? We could just start like a whole. Didn't we do a podcast on a whole thing of shit that just pisses us off, like a rant fest? We should do that. That'll be my topic, maybe.
Rant fest.
Stuff that that irritate us to no end.
I'll have to prepare for that.
Petty shit that gets to you, sends you over the edge.
Yeah.
But speaking of like a driving one, like I hate how people like there will be people who like are going slow on the highway, like 95, like 90, 95 on the highway, but as soon as they get to fucking town, then they're going like 60. It's like, what the fuck, man? The one place that you shouldn't be speeding, you are, and then, like the one place that you could possibly speed a little bit, it's like you're going below the speed limit. It's like I fucking hate that so much.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like when you come up behind somebody on the highway that's going slow, and then it's like you're following them, and like because of traffic and hills and stuff to finally get an opening, and then you go to pass them, they speed up to match you at like 120. Then you're going like 130 just to pass them, and it's like, man, I'm gonna pit maneuver this fucking idiot. You fucking idiot! You spent half an hour going 80 kilometers an hour on a main highway. You fucking moron! And you go to pass them, and they speed up to 120. Like you, God, sucker.
Yeah, I hate those
dudes. Ooh.
Bad.
Burns my biscuit every time.
Bad. One I have learned to stop being so angry about is, especially going to St. Lina, is tractor and heavy vehicles on the highway that kind of slow right down. Like I shouldn't be mad. Like they're just trying to do their own thing. I get that, so I'm better at that now. But it is still a little annoying. It's like, okay, let's just go home. Like, oh, fuck, like. That's all right. Just wait. Just wait it out, Eric. It's not the end of the world. He's just trying to do their job. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like if you come up behind a tractor that's already going, like whatever, shit happens. But like if they're sitting there at the bottom of the hill, they see you coming. It's like they could wait like 2 minutes for you to pass and then pull out. But no, they pull out in front of you anyway, and you have to like literally press on the brake to slow down for them. It's like
it happened on the way home tonight. Yeah, someone pulled their air drill right in front of town. Just like pulled it right in. Like couldn't wait like 2 seconds for me to pass you. That's fucking hit the brakes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. Traffic. Ooh, traffic. It's
There you go. Yep. That's the answer to the question. Traffic.
Yeah. Traffic.
There you go. Traffic.
Yeah. Well, that's the last question I have. Tyler, you have any Hooga cards there?
Let's take a look here. The Hooga cozy conversation and pleasant company cards here.
Deep conversations here.
Yep.
Yes.
Summertime now. It's getting warm. Jeez.
No questions that will incriminate us.
Yeah. We're still good people. In the eyes of our parents.
We are good people, I swear. Yeah. Geez, there's a couple.
Some Minecraft here.
I've been playing so much Pokemon Go these last few days.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm back in.
You just when you think you're out, they pulled you right back in. Which one are you playing? Oh, is it Pokemon?
Pokemon Go, the
Oh,
phone
Go.
game.
Oh, the Go. I heard there's Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Go. So how does that work? If you can't really go, well, I guess you can still walk around, but are you
Yeah,
able to move
they
your
actually
character
like
now? Or?
spawn Pokemon kind of like near you every like so often now.
Okay.
Like so, um, if you boot it up like every half an hour, it'll like spawn like 3 or 4 Pokemon near you, and
Yeah.
there'll also be like a Team Rocket balloon that usually comes by, and then you do a quick little battle and usually have a
Cool.
chance to capture a shadow
Yeah.
Pokemon that you can purify. They have added a few extra stuff now, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Okay,
All right, so go ahead, Tyler.
I found 2 actually. They're pretty good. Okay, so this one's interesting. Do you go easy on people in games or sports when you know that your skill level is much higher than theirs?
Not usually. No, it's
maybe if they're
often
younger than 10.
Yeah, often play with my nephews, and it's just kind of fun just to kind of show them who's boss every now and then, right? But I find that half the time when I play against Scott Garrett and all the other guys my age, they kick my ass every time. So it's like, well, I'll try my best, but I sure shit won't win. But when I know I have the chance to bully my nephews and niece a little bit, yeah, I'll have fun with that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like it's not really like when we play against each other. Like I know that when we played the World War II or whatever one, when we got that and Scott was playing on there and he'd be fucking 24/7
Yeah.
kill death ratio and I'd be like 1 to 17, 1 kill and 17 deaths. It's like I don't even know why the fuck I'm playing this game with him. Like it just makes me feel like just so insignificant and stupid. It's like, dude, at least you can like goof around a little bit. But like even if he does goof around, he's still fucking like awesome at this game, and I just feel like so useless. But it reminds me of like that story we are talking about when we were talking about Pokemon. When I was playing Pokemon Stadium with my little nephew there down in the States. He's like, he thought he was so good at it, he's going to teach me how to play it. And I just annihilated him and he was screaming. He was so mad. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm like, too bad, bitch. I will destroy you. Yeah, but I don't go easy. I know Carly when we play Injustice 2. When we first got it, we played against each other, and she would get she's not. I hate. I'm gonna admit it. I don't care how she feels about this, but she's the worst poor sport I've ever met in my life, man. Well, you guys know, like when we play when we're playing Mordhau. Mordhau is a very frustrating
that was
game.
bad. Oof.
She was so fucking mad that she had to get up and shut her computer off and go outside. She was done for the whole night. We just started kind of playing it. Like we're only halfway through the night of playing.
Yeah.
And she just got up and said, "Fuck this! I'm done. Like this is stupid. I'm trying to okay, like relax. It's just a game. Like I'm doing this. Blah, blah. Like relax." But nope. So I play Injustice.
We're all
and
dying. It's fine.
Yeah, right. We're all getting our asses
kicked. Yeah,
but you
guys doing good.
Yeah, exactly. And then some rounds she does better than we do. It's like, right? So
that game is not polite to new players though. I quit playing it because it's still terrible for griefing, and it's not.
I totally understand her frustration, but there's like a certain barrier that's like pre-programmed in your head. Like, okay, it's a game. Like, let's just relax. But hers is just gone. It's just like, I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna kill you. It's pretty crazy to see. It was interesting. Yeah. Then you have to like talk to her after, like, it's okay, it's just a game. We don't have to play it anymore. It's totally like,
it's okay.
Like that's I think that's just a one exception game where that one actually really got to her because I think she really wanted to be good at it because she loves games where she can use melee. Like she loves Vermintide, she loves World War Z where she can be the Slayer and Slasher and stuff, and she's really good at that. But playing this and she sucked at it, it just like collapsed. Her whole world was just like shook. She was shook. That was pretty funny. Describe a time when you felt like a terrible person.
Describe a time I felt like a terrible person.
Or is that one too
just trying to think of a time that I don't really want to remember those times because God, that was awful.
Yeah, I repressed all those and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, you kind of tried.
Not healthy, but yeah.
I mean, I got one, I guess, where it's kind of like, like as a younger teenage guy, must have been like 15, 16 maybe.
Yeah.
I had a crappy day at school, and I think I might have told this story before, but like I ended up punching a hole in the drywall at my house, my parents' house.
Oh, yeah.
And and I just had like kind of like because me and my mom had a spat kind of thing, and then always after that you're just like, that was a little unnecessary.
That was dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you always feel bad about that sort of thing, and it's like, yeah, no, well, now I gotta patch a hole in drywall now because
Right.
I'm an idiot.
Right.
So.
Yeah. When I felt like a terrible person.
Oh, when I
feel like
dropped
there's a
my
whole
puppy.
bunch. When you dropped your puppy,
Yeah.
that seems to be something that's
Yeah, when we first got Peanut, like he was young, and then I was like holding him, and he was like squirming around. And he essentially just fell out, and then he whined, and it's like, well, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I remember one now. When I was working at Cabela's, I think I told us on the podcast before. I was working and a kid was running and playing with his brother, and he smoked me in the aisles, and this came out of nowhere and hit me. And like I was fine, but the kid like hit my chair, fumbled and rolled, and he was obviously hurt. I felt so freaking terrible. But like, yeah, he was playing, but I still felt like shit all day because I'm like, freaking poor kid, like just what died off my chair. Like what the hell? It was rolled. I think he hurt his leg and everything too. I'm like, oh my god, fuck, you monster.
Yeah. That's like the first time that I had to lose my temper and basically deal with Leia, I think. Or even like my nephews and nieces, I always feel like a really terrible person, but it's like I feel like it's something that you have to do. Like when you discipline them for doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, whether it's a harmful thing or whatever, and then like they just have that like actual legit, they're not whining, they're actually like really hurt by it. And you're just like, oh, maybe I was too much of an asshole, and you just feel like shit after, but it's like, nah, you know what? Screw that kid, man. Like this is part of growing up. You can't fucking get away with that. No way. And you have to like that's really tough. Like when Leia does, like she's really hurt, her lip juts out and she's like, and has like that expression of like, I can't believe you've done this. Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this. But yeah, that makes me feel like a really terrible person, but it has to be done, you know. Somebody has to be the bad guy.
True.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But yeah, do we have time for one more?
Oh, fuck it. Why not? One more. That's it.
Okay. I feel like these are really depressing questions. Was there any period of your life that was difficult, but that ultimately made you a stronger or better person?
No. It's always made me a worse person, a weaker person.
Yeah.
A weaker person.
Every terrible thing has crippled my life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll let you know when I become a better person because of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think to myself, I've become a better person, like with the past relationships, and especially with the one where, she had a young boy. I had met him when he was 2, and then when we broke up, he was about 5, and then he was on the last day, like I was going up to pick up a vehicle. We had kind of a bit of a spat, and I was like, this is my car. You can't, we don't share this vehicle anymore. So, had a buddy of mine drive me up to the city to go get it, and I was going to go get it. And he's like, so you don't actually know if she's going to give it to you? I'm like, no idea, but I'm going to go get it. And he's like, oh shit. So got there, and sure enough, he was there. She was there. Got to the place because I helped her move in there. There's a whole story. Fuck me. But anyway,
I remember this.
Yeah. So then he was like, "Oh, you can stay in this room for when you come visit. You can stay here and you can do this. And how come, how come you don't like me anymore? You said you're gonna be my best friend forever." And frick, man, that just tore my entire soul. What I had left of it, right out of my chest. And I'm just like, buddy, it has nothing to do with you. I swear. I love you to death. That is never going to change. And if you, like, when you're older and you still remember me and you want to see me again, my door's always open. You can come in, we can hang out and whatever. And he was just like, okay. And then he just walked away nonchalantly. And yeah. So then ever since then, don't get close to anybody. That's what I got from that. You don't ever, don't build attachments to anybody.
Don't open up your heart for nobody.
Don't open up your heart for nobody. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. No, it was tough, and it was really tough. One of the toughest moments I had to go through, but it does make you a stronger person, I guess. And don't take things for granted. Enjoy every day as much as you can. the people that are around you, because things may change.
Mhm.
Like even our groups of friends, my groups have changed a few
Mhm.
times that I hang out with, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
just enjoy it to its fullest,
exactly.
man.
Mhm.
Because you never know what the fuck's gonna happen.
True.
Somebody's screw might come loose. Somebody might move. Bigger, better things. Good for them.
Mhm.
Might get addicted to cocaine and choose that instead. Fuck, you never know. You never know.
You
You
never
never
know.
know.
That's right.
I'm
Pay
thinking I
for
might
one.
try it.
Yeah, let's do it, boys.
Yes, can afford a drug habit. My God.
YOLO. Yeah, if the restrictions go back up again, doing cocaine. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
That's all I have left. Yeah. Terrible.
For me, one thing that comes to mind was living on my own for the first time, and like moving away and not being home, and that was a big it was scary at times too, especially living in downtown Edmonton and having all to figure that all out by myself. But yeah, looking back on it now, I did pretty good and learned a
Yeah.
lot from it. So yeah, now it's that
Mm-hmm.
was a good experience doing that for sure.
Yeah, roommates can definitely build
Mhm.
your character.
Well, I was on my
Yeah.
own for the first few years too. I didn't have a roommate even. I was all
Oh,
by
really? You
myself.
were just
Yeah.
all by yourself the whole
Mhm.
time? Oh,
Oh yeah,
geez. Yeah,
I
that
was
would be.
17 for 2 weeks. I wasn't even 18. At 17 years old, living in a condo in downtown Edmonton by myself, walking the streets of Edmonton. It was
Dang.
a little sketchy. So yeah,
Yeah.
you learn fast. Yeah. So yeah.
Well, there you go.
hmm
There you
Nice.
go.
Well, there you go. That's going to be it for today's podcast. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you were watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're listening on a podcast service like Spotify, Google, or Apple, give us 5 stars, give us a good old thumbs up, and subscribe there as well. And then head over to our Facebook page, like our page, and ask us a question for next Monday. Please, please, please.
Please. Come on, you
We
guys.
need
You can
more,
either
please. Yeah.
comment on any of the posts there with a question. Well, we always go through just to see if there's anything new, or you can always message us on there like Cameron does. He's very good at doing that. So
Yes.
yeah, that'd be tremendous. We'll be back here on Wednesday for another regular podcast, but until then, we'll see you later.
See ya.
See you guys.